Good morning, this is Kel Land on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you begin your day.
Police in Aberdeen are hoping several videos will help them track down thieves who have been breaking into parked cars. Police posted surveillance video all weekend hoping someone recognizes the thieves.
Authorities say the break-ins have been taking place in the neighborhoods of 17th Avenue Northeast and Melross Drive, with most occurring between the hours of 3 and 5 a.m. You're asked to call Brown County Dispatch if you recognize the people in the videos.
4 weeks ago, a 78-year-old woman who lives on a farm near Chester was badly burned after her shoes and pants caught on fire. Barb Hansen was out clearing her yard and burning some branches. The fire was mostly out when she went to rake up some of the mess, and it sparked back up.
She tried to use her foot to extinguish the fire, but then her shoes and pants caught fire. She called her daughter Betty Rook as the terrifying experience unfolded.
And she called me and said that there was a fire. And I said, "What do you mean there's a fire, Mom?" And she goes, I go, "The farm's on fire or what's on fire?" She goes, "No, I'm on fire." I said, "You need to stop, drop, and roll. Start rolling around on the ground, Mom." I said, "We'll get out there as soon as we can to help you." So my husband jumped in his vehicle and sped out there as fast as he could to help her. And then he called me and told me, he goes, "Honey, you need to call the 911 and tell them that I'm on our way. It's not looking good. She's burnt severely."
Right after the accident, she ended up having a stroke that affected the left side of her body. After having multiple surgeries, they had to amputate both her legs below the knee. Her family says there is a long road to recovery.
Now let's get a check on our forecast with meteorologist Brian Carsons. Good morning, Brian.
Well, good morning there, everybody. We are looking at a day with some 90-degree heat yet again today across eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Upper 80s, lower 90s, and we typically average in the teens and 20s for the number of days of 90-degree heat that covers eastern South Dakota into Minnesota, and those are taking the days from May through August. So today, with a high temperature in Sioux Falls at about 90, we'll watch the shower and thunderstorm chances that are in the forecast at about 20 to 30%. A day much like what we've had yesterday and the day before, and even the day before that. This will continue into tomorrow, and then we'll see maybe better chances for thunderstorms, maybe some more widespread activity by about midweek. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. An Iowa company has placed a $13 million bid to buy the bankrupt pork plant in Windham, Minnesota.
However, Premium Iowa Pork says it will not keep more than 1,000 employees at the plant, which was scheduled to close Saturday. Many of the workers are immigrants who came to work at the plant on worker visas. A spokesperson for High Life says the company will, quote, arrange transportation for those employees to return to their home countries.
Premium Iowa Pork did not say in court filings what it plans to do with the plant. High Life's attorney said he expected the sale to be finalized by Wednesday in time for a hearing on Friday. The Biden administration is handing out more than $570 million in grants to help eliminate railroad crossings in 32 states.
This comes as the industry is increasingly relying on longer trains to cut costs. The grants announced will help eliminate more than 36 crossings that delay traffic and sometimes keep first responders from where help is needed.
There have been examples of ambulance delays resulting in death and homes burning down while firefighters wait at a blocked crossing. In addition, roughly 2,000 crashes are reported at railroad crossings every year.
A heads up for your commute. A busy street in Sioux Falls will be partially closed to traffic starting today. The outside, southbound, and northbound lanes will be closed along Cliff Avenue from 11th and 26th Streets.
The lane closures will change over the next few weeks, but one lane of traffic in each direction will remain open at all times. Crews are working on concrete milling and asphalt overlay. Construction is expected to be complete by mid-July.
The Indigenous artists of the Prairie took over Good Earth State Park yesterday to showcase the art and music of Native American culture. The event had many people visiting to experience the sights and sounds.
From drums to singing to carving of stone figures, the event was a great time for vendors and guests. This is the second year of the Indigenous Artists of the Prairie event.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today. Well, high pressure around the region. That is the full controller of what's happening. The weather steering clockwise around that. So see how the weather's coming in from Minnesota and Iowa, and that's going to continue. We are definitely in a pattern that has been very stable on this feature. Let's take a look at the short term. First of all, today, upper 80s, low 90s. We're kind of used to that. Central and eastern Ketherland. West River hasn't been as warm. It's not going to be as warm. It'll be close to 80, we think, today in Rapid City. Now, peak heating of the day, we're going to get these firing cells on radar. They're hit and miss. They're pretty scattered, but you catch one or two, you could get a nice rain again, but don't plan on that necessarily. I would say most of that gone this evening. We'll fire up the cycle again tomorrow. Same idea. We warm the temperature close to, let's say, 88 to 90, James Valley, and then look how these little cells, they begin to sprout up again. Maybe a few more around eastern Ketherland tomorrow versus today. And I could make an argument Wednesday, be the same thing. Maybe Thursday, too. It's just been like this with the pattern as such. What's going to change? Well, let's see if this thing breaks down over time. I think right now the best scenario on this is that the high pressure area is actually in reverse. So we're going to start bringing in more weather from Minnesota, backing it into South Dakota. This area of rain right on the ring. See how the high pressure center here to our northwest? And the rain flares up in a circle right around that. So that's kind of the thing there to watch, is where the high goes, then the rain will kind of steer around with it. Later in the week, we finally think that this pattern starts to break down a little bit. We bring in a stronger front. There could be some rains with this, maybe Friday night into Saturday. But then by the end of the weekend, we'll probably drag down some cooler weather. Our 7-day forecast is trending that direction, some cooler weather. And then the end of this pattern, the biggest takeaway is finally some jet stream winds are starting to make the weather flow from west to east again. Now, that's going to start changing our tune here a little bit. But that's not going to start happening for a while. That's going to be next week's weather. So we'll save that story for another day. I just wanted to bring that up, though, because some of you are wondering, is this the way the whole summer's going to go? And I really do believe now we'll start changing some of this, getting there toward next week. But this week, yep, it's about the same as it has been for Sioux Falls for several more days. Forecast for Aberdeen, probably same idea, 85 to 90, 20% chances of rain just about every day. And then for Pierre in central South Dakota, given where the rainfall has been lately, we'll probably start the week drier, and then we'll start incorporating some of these increasing chances of rain again Thursday afternoon, maybe Friday afternoon. Even a Saturday case could be a little better. And the Black Hills will also start generating more rain again later in the week. Along with that, it starts to cool off again, doesn't it, by the weekend, back in the 70s. Check out the complete details on your weather online at ketherland.com.